This time it's just me and Dan. And we're gonna do
just a quick one.
Yeah, just a quick one. But we're
before
gonna do
meet Tasia.
We're gonna do jungle. So jungle troop. While Carnage Man destroys the other 1st Regiment bases discovered from the Toxic Hill computer, you are heading to East Yanomami. Is that what it says, Dan?
Yeah.
East Yanomami.
Yanomami.
There is much to be destroyed here. 1st Regiment supplies, elite teams. Once enough destruction has occurred, the remnants of those stationed in the south will make another southern retreat to consolidate. Right, so we need to blow up some 1st Regiment in the jungle then.
Yeah, sounds good. Jungle. What do you say about... Well, I don't know. What are you saying about this cutscene?
Is it another extremely long?
Remaining... It's not as long.
Okay.
Fuck!
Carnage Man.
Do you remember this much?
Fuck yes. Well done. Oh.
I always get these infinite cutscenes mixed up in my head a bit, to be honest.
Yeah, fair enough. This one's pretty terrible. I remember, so we did a lot of Abbey Mountains lines at once, along with Tarmet. I think we were at Mia's and we both did together.
I already know that.
Yeah. And yeah, some were good, some were bad. Like, I remember Tasia was like, oh, that's a good scene. And then we do a Tarmet scene, and that's a good scene. And then at the end of this one, he was like, that was awful. That was awful. I mean, it was a pretty bad one. Like, you can see halfway through, Kador's voice changes, because I think I was making it and cutting the Ogs for it, and it's like, oh, wow. And then, like, I later kind of rewrote the second half a little bit, just to make it just a little less bad. So his voice suddenly changes into a higher quality voice.
So there's like 8 years difference between when you recorded the start and the end.
No, not that bad. I think like maybe 2 years or something.
Okay.
I think, yeah. His voice is quite an early version, Kador's, and then later it becomes his more post-audio book one.
No choice.
That's a reference to when I read out like some Rubicon chapters as Kador, and like that oh, this is a good line.
To assassinate any one of their own recently, exchanged to be let in.
Okay.
Well, you should plug your Rubicon reading. It's all on YouTube, isn't it? On YouTube channel. Link in the description.
Well, yeah. I mean, I recommend that for like any amateur actor. Just like, I wasn't, like, I was still kind of playing with the character, and through that process, it kind of grounded down what Kador's voice consistently should be. And around chapter 5, 7, or part 5, 7, you can hear it kind of come together to what it ended up being. So like, I definitely recommend that as a process. If you're trying to find a character voice, just like find some book they'd fucking be into, and then read that.
So was this line Kador being a bit, you know, bigoted or whatever against Abbey Mountain?
Yes. Yeah, there you go. And he makes some jibes at Southerners as well in general.
Drugs, a lot of killing, a lot of distribution.
You like
something.
You like that line, I remember.
We got all the killing we wanted to this job.
Just like trying to add some motivation to it. It's kind of empty.
Some right now.
Anyway.
So they're just talking about how much they love killing. Is that what's going on?
Yeah. So there's a change in voice there. Carnage Man's mixing is still quite low.
There's a huge
but yeah.
in the north bases.
I don't know. What can you say?
Need to invent a story reason. They just turned down his mic because he's too shouty or something.
Deploy him all over.
That's not really protecting the land.
No. I mean, the story reason was always kind of there why they're in jungle. Story reason for what?
For Carnage Man's voice being too quiet.
Then we'll clean up again in the mall.
Oh, right. I don't know. I guess bad signal.
Oh, fuck. Will he get my dick?
Billy would love that line, wouldn't he? Hearing it back.
I remember when we did that take, we were like, will he get my dick? And it's like, no, we need, and I couldn't really find the right way to explain where the emphasis should be, but he got it by his own, and he's like, oh, will he get my dick? Like, you know, it's like, yeah, that's it.
Anybody will survive tonight.
We will. It's part of the plan. We know the plan. You will too, Carnage.
So yeah, what I was saying in another stream was like, it reminded me of Oz in the way that, you know, Ryan O'Reilly.
Oh
Do you
yeah.
remember him?
Yeah,
his
yeah.
character.
Sort of.
Like in season 1, he's great,
Otto already told me.
Yeah.
and he's like, you know, badass or whatever. And then for the rest, you know, proceeding 5 seasons, they lump him with his brother, who, you know, it's a sensitive situation, brain damage and everything, but it's like,
in the fire.
because they have to nerf O'Reilly, I guess. But it's also like,
The flames are different
do something else.
when I see them.
You've
Yeah.
just like, you know, made, you know, a great character. Now every time he's on screen, he has to be with, you know, someone who's got the age of a 5-year-old or something. Like, Ryan. It's like, you know, it's like, that's, you could have maybe just write something better. Don't write that in. So in a similar vein, like, Carnage Man, you know, is introduced as some, you know, super monster. And now it's like, he's obsessed with the face all the time, which is just, you know, when you're introduced to it, it's obscure and you're just like, this is just some obscure, vague shit. Regardless of whether it pays off or not, like, stop talking about his face, in my opinion. Totally drop this line. This line and another line, like, if you don't stick the landing, it's just fucking awful. It doesn't matter how well the flight was. You don't stick the landing, it's terrible.
Hey, don't know.
And then Fat
So-
Man,
Yeah, oh yeah.
The face, is that why they need me?
So Kadar hates
because they
Abbey
had to
Mountain.
foreshadow
Right?
Fat Man's in this somehow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know, he's just being a prick.
Fat Man, the old internet streamer back before streaming was a thing. Right.
Yeah, you said he's got to be in there, and he is. There's some reasons he's in there story-wise, but again, they didn't get fleshed out yet in Act 1. Still setting up. Jungle was great. I like Jungle.
Yeah. This is a unique enemy for the start. You don't see these guys very often, but they show up sometimes. So he's got a like, sort of what would you call it? Like what do you call those guns?
Harpoon.
Harpoon, yeah, that's it. That's what I'm trying to say. But so he'll like shoot you and knock you back with it, like if you, yeah. Anyway, and he's quite powerful, really.
Depending on, yeah.
Oh, the engrams are terrible.
I like the guns. I like the kind of roughness. Don't they have some good utilization? I think they're pretty good on high rooftop for those
Well, the
invisible
engrams.
guys.
And then these
New guys bayonets.
yeah, the bayonets. Who, if you touch them, they stab you, and it's quite deadly, really. And then we've got the
fact,
flamethrower
that
too on this
becomes, like-
level. So
This is feature spotlight basically for
yeah, I mean it's
flamethrower at this level.
an interesting sort of loadout. So you got the flamethrower with barely any ammo, so you got to conserve it. It's really powerful. And then you got these other guns that are kind of not so great, but obviously a bit more ammo and a few grenades as well. Right, so I usually just boost right over this and flame the
Really?
do like that. Oh, Dave Pistol guy.
You fucking are liberal with the flamethrower, shit.
Well, oh, and then there's this computer here. This was always filler, that splash screen, and never got around
I
to
thought it was appropriate.
right, and then so you've got this gun
Supposed to be
turret.
like,
There's some other stuff in the computer, but
When-
maybe we'll come back.
yeah, when Dan H saw this, he was like, "Ooh, Streets of Rage," which I never played. And then I saw years later. I'm like, it is quite similar to Streets of Rage.
What, this turret?
It's like a fighting. Yeah, the way it does a little cutscene and fires in the air and then lands on people. It's a 2D side-scrolling beat 'em up, and then for some reason you get like a fucking rocket launcher bonus at some point. You forget about that.
I was doing it for a fact.
Okay.
I did not forget about it. This level's got these foxholes, and they kind of screw you up. Wait.
I
blew
think we
himself
saw
up.
Dan H play this too, and he actually every foxhole he got surprised by. He
Nice.
didn't expect them to be there.
So there's a trade box down there, but I'm not going to go for it.
There's quite a lot of secret stuff around here. I don't know if you're meaning to rush through all of it, but
No, we can do
there's
it.
some depth.
Should I
in
go
this
down
level.
here then?
Up to you, but you suddenly move very slowly in the water. That guy gets bugged out and stuck on the wall, I guess.
Right, well, you can
Could you
shoot this
explain
magnum underwater.
why?
Huh?
Huh?
Why they get
Yeah,
stuck?
you see. No, can you explain why sometimes the harpoon will just like fucking destroy you out of nowhere from full health in a second, and sometimes it doesn't?
Bugs. I mean,
Isn't
probably
it
if
something
I.
about its damage per overlap or something, and then making you hit the wall at speed as well? Or
Oh,
something?
if you
A combination of both.
because it sets you back, it pushes you back. If you go fast enough that you entirely overlap a wall, then you'll just instantly die. So that was just a bug fix because I guess it's like a common issue in some like old games where every time you're moving, it sets your position. So if it's a really thin wall and you're moving really fast, you can just teleport past it. That still kind of happens in the game. But what would happen is you would get stuck inside a real wall, and then actually, if you put God mode on, it doesn't happen. So you can try it. If you go really fast with God mode on, you get stuck in a wall, and it'll just like try and get you out of the floor and push you up in the sky. So instead of that, it just kills you instantly. But as a result, this harpoon, when it pushes you back, if you end up stuck in a wall, then it'll just instantly die. You're supposed to fall off before that happens, but a series of hacky and not very good coding. All right, this is a Bertrand Russell book, another full book.
Nice. Okay, because I didn't actually know you put him in. I think by coincidence some YouTube video came up for me, and then I thought I'd ask you one day what you thought of Bertrand Russell, and you were like,
there's quite a few Bertrand Russell books. I mean, he's did some set theory, didn't he? So I like set theory. Anyway,
Do you have ocular implants on this level?
you do. So yeah, you can see the
Okay.
secret stuff. Another useful place. For,
There's a little red glowing thing
Oh,
over there.
yeah.
We don't have to. We
Let's
don't
do
have
it.
to press you on it if you want, but that will
Let's
let
do it,
you
let's do it.
in the computer. It kind of spoils it, I guess. There is a flavor text I'm pretty proud of there. It's a little bit of secret details about a kind of side character that I think's actually kind of written quite well. Though I do rip off the story beats from something.
Oh, I don't have
And there's a
teleport.
secret info link if you go to a certain place around here, but I'm not going to tell you where. And it's just another little bit of flavor info link information about where you are and the location and the lore, which actually kind of makes you understand some plot turning points. I'm not saying we should log into this computer because it would take fucking ages to read that flavor text and the
Alright.
3 rumors that are there, but that's a good one for now.
Okay, well that's how you do it.
Yeah,
And
coming back to that.
So this password's randomized as well, so you have to go and get the little monitor invisible thing over
Or
there.
you hack in and kind of remember what the password is when it's shown to you.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
But it won't get saved onto notes that way. Yeah, so there's multiple ways to get in there.
Oh,
Coming back to
that one
the
I did actually.
design,
I did actually miss that
design
one.
nice of the turret interface. I kind of like that because as the flavor text reveals, it's kind of like a set up just for military people. It's just an installation. So we all know military guys. They're pretty crude. And so good.
So am I supposed
Careful
to
your
destroy all
health.
these
Don't
barrels?
You are. Don't
Yeah.
underestimate those turrets at the bottom and how quickly they can fuck you up.
I got some grenades.
So
don't
yeah,
I?
it
Some
might be a bit
of those.
tedious, but there's not too many barrows to destroy here.
Chuck a grenade.
I think flamethrower is pretty good setting for the jungle. You know, being shit, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of an anomalous level, right? Jungle in terms of like setting and background. Is the music playing? Because I
Oh, it is.
fucking hated the music.
Really?
Because when I remember we made it in a good sesh. It was a good sesh, and it just felt chill when we were making it. And I always just pictured chill music. Then it's come on one day, it's like, it's like horrible. But you know, fuck
It's quite
it,
an
it grew on me,
actiony
and
level,
it
isn't
was-
it? I think.
Well, it was always appropriate for the second part of this level, the
Yeah.
two-parter level out of nowhere, where you know it gets very chaotic. And, you know, I was like, oh fuck it. I guess you could always turn the music off as well.
EMP barrels, lost all my mana. Okay, then we go in this door after destroying the
Fill it up right
barrels.
there.
About the payload.
And then what Carnage Man goes mentor.
Fire them. Fuck.
Yeah, he's supposed to start blowing up the bases with the bombs he finds in the First Regiment
Throw them like
stockpile. He just starts throwing them. So these are bombs that Carnage Man is throwing. I think the death message is, don't like Carnage Man anymore if one of them kills you.
Oh, I blew
So,
up the
yeah,
snake.
a bit of a weird design.
I wanted to
Right,
show
the
that snake.
snake.
Let's go to the snake.
The snake to me is like a great example of just how good it was to make this game in person, because it was like we had the layout of what was supposed to happen in this level, and it's like, oh, so there's supposed to be a snake here. What should the snake be? Oh, maybe it should be this. Blah, blah, blah. You know, back and forth communication straight away about what happens, and then it's like, okay, draw the snake. I'll draw the snake. Oh, it should jump on you like a dog. Okay, I was just imagining it being a giant anaconda. Okay, it could be, but blah, blah, blah. And just the back and forth process. Then you're like, oh yeah, it should bite you and make you poisoned. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. And your health bar should turn green. Yeah. And also like that green health bar should never appear ever again in the game. Just this one time thing. All this effort, just the one thing. Yeah, that's funny. So just like, you know, funny back and forth, just the ideas flowing, and then implementing it straight away and seeing the results straight away and testing it. Like the superior method of making it. It was like some
Yeah.
fun ass shit.
Yeah, I mean, I
that's a
do
good
like how
example of it.
it's the only place you get that poison in the whole game. Except actually, there is one more, which is when the prostitute in Act 2 gives you like super AIDS or whatever it is. But
Yeah, I remember being a bit reluctant because that was a very late idea. But at least we changed the color
yeah, so that one's
to
yellow
pus
instead
yellow
of.
or something.
Right, okay, then we've got to destroy this boat. So yeah, a good strategy on this one's just boost over the top past all the Carnage Man bombs, and then you basically just got to blow up this.
There's a very unintuitive secret here as well. Well, not necessarily here, but on this side of the screen.
Do you want me to show it? I think I remember which one you meant. It's a very stupid one. So is it spoilers?
Yeah, okay, you were like, yeah, when you found it, you were like, is that supposed to be there? Is that like, you want me to remove that? Is that some filler? You just
Yeah,
dragged it by accident?
it looked like it wasn't
Yeah.
supposed to be here, right? Is it up here?
But as an info link plays, when you kill all the people there, it is,
Where the hell is
they're
it?
not shouting at you. Yeah, it should be up there.
Was it
Oh, careful.
over to the left a bit more?
It's kind of around there. Well, let people find it, I guess.
Ah, here we go. Oh my god, I forgot it was these guys.
Yeah.
Oh, it's floating. I see. Yeah, you can put some art in that. Anyway, I'm not going to do it because that's way too hard. That's
Yeah.
all right. Let's
That's
try
something
and
for when you come back to later.
take out.
There's
the,
a little bit of lore. If you beat them, you kind of get explained about whose affiliation those super assassins are. Usually.
Oh, interesting, because that's kind of a
do you
mystery.
know- Yeah. Do you know what this is a reference to? Do you remember
Well, this boat.
this boat?
Hmm.
And the characters' names if you mouse over them?
Oh, I didn't realize you changed their names.
Yeah, so it was a movie we were always supposed to watch during downtime during a sesh, but we never got around to it because it's like fucking 3 hours. But it's Apocalypse Now, and and Apocalypse Now is going upstream on a boat, so they're all Apocalypse Now characters.
I guess it makes
And I
sense for
think
jungle,
even their
right?
death messages. Yeah, if each one that kills you
Oh,
has a death message, which is a quote related to their character from the movie as well. I rate that movie. It's one of my favorites in terms of cinematography and just production. It's just the whole theme is just insanity. It's just completely fucking insane.
I should have been a pair of rabbit claws.
Even that's a reference. That's a reference to a T.S. Eliot poem, but that is also quoted in Apocalypse Now. So
Right,
I'm a
okay.
fan of Apocalypse Now, and it's been said a million times by everyone why it's good. So I won't.
Right. Do we have another
Yeah,
cutscene?
Jungle. Yeah, we do. It's a good one.
I like jungle as a level.
opinions.
Yeah, I think it's you know, not too long. There's some interesting features in it, like the snake and the foxholes, kind of make it a little bit unique. You know.
I think it's satisfying too with the flamethrower.
Yeah, flamethrower is fun. Yeah. Anyway, let's go on then.
Not too overwhelming. It's kind of given to you at slow parts. Hey, there's that 10 cents guy again. And the new guy. What did you get from this cutscene when you watched it? Do you remember?
Oh, this other mysterious guy in the
who's
background.
this? Oh, yeah, indeed.
Oh, we got Sir James.
Insult. This is a great.
Yeah, if you didn't get him for the first time on the bridge level, then you get him for the first time.
An article. We found it in the Undergrowth, 50 miles from Hong Kong, and take a look. That serial number can be registered.
So those two are married now.
Oh, wow.
The voice actors that do both of them, yeah.
He sent it to us. The least we could do is return it to him.
Send them as a wedding present, I guess. Years too late.
Broken up. His demeanor.
So they found the old nuke, right, or something?
You're lucky you even got this meeting.
Well, yeah, what did you get from it?
Sure.
I mean, I know you said it was a stone cursed nuke, so stone curse being one of the spells you have that turns stuff to stone.
Well, I didn't tell you that. You guessed that correctly. You're like, wait, it's a stone nuke? Was it stone cursed? I was like, yes. So you've guessed kind of what kind of some of the background lore is there of what happened. I don't know if you're piecing together something. There you go.
So wait, so Sir James is getting them to get a stone cursed nuke for some reason. Is that right?
Well, okay. There's a stone cursed nuke. I don't think he's getting them to do that. I think they brought it as a
Right,
gift.
yeah, okay, sure.
But what's its significance? And why is it stone cursed?
Yeah. I
Even
don't
though
know.
you're absolutely not supposed to know that it's stone cursed at this point.
I'm
But,
sorry,
I mean,
spoilers
if you
then.
know the game, if you know the spells, then yeah, you're supposed to kind of infer that, I suppose, or like be able to get to that conclusion. Like, wait a minute, all these stone nuclear warheads everywhere. I've got stone curse. I wonder. And then you ask me, and I just say yes.
Or you watch this video and I spoiled
Yeah.
it by accident.
Nice.
All right, so
That's
so now I think we're at the end of these branches, right? So it's just Sea Base and Mountain Retreat. Once we do those, maybe.
Yep.
Okay. Well, yeah. So next time, I think we're going to move on to Mountain Retreat, and hopefully we'll have Taja joining us. Look forward to that. Cool.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe, motherfuckers.